Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here, returning to you tonight for this Tuesday album review. And this is going to be for Breaking Benjamin Dark Before Dawn. The CD, or not the CD, because I only listen to it on a streaming service, because I don't personally collect CDs that much anymore. As of lately, I've kind of lost interest at the time to buy CDs. I want to buy them, but I kind of need to be a little more practical and not do that right now. I might just go stream stuff now from now on. But still, I'm going to discuss what I listened to for Breaking Benjamin Dark Before Dawn, an album I've already listened to before many times. But I wanted to do this as kind of a re-review, and hopefully you will enjoy this re-review. So let's dive into this review. Now, this album's 12 tracks long with a runtime of almost 43 minutes. And for the start of it, it's pretty strong. Dark is the opening track. And it's a weird intro track to start it off, but it sounds interesting. And the background vocals close to the, I think, almost a minute section of the track. Excuse my yawning. Sounds pretty strong. So I really like how it's sounding overall for a minute and 52 seconds, or some seconds, or whatever it is. But it's still a strong track to open the record, so 5 out of 5. Failure is a great song. I really like this track. Ben Burnley's vocals sound really good in this. Return. This was kind of their returning album from their hiatus, and it was a great returning record, to be honest. So 5 out of 5. Angels Fall was a strong track. Really like this one. Very nice melody, nice, interesting lyricism, and I really like how it kind of says to the listener, like, angels fall with broken wings, I can't give up, I can't give in. When all is lost and daylight ends, I'll carry you and we will live forever. Really nice lyrics for the most part. Very descriptive ones, but still strong for how it sounds. So I do like this track, 5 out of 5. Breaking the Silence was one of my personal favorite tracks. Definitely a heavy banger for sure. I was hoping they'd make a music video for this, but it's still a strong track, and it still sounds really good, so 5 out of 5. I like Ben Burnley's high-pitched vocals at the end of the track, and the screams are pretty good from the backing vocalists. So, really enjoyed this track, so great track, definitely rocks for sure, 5 out of 5. Hollow is a pretty strong track. Lyrically, it's well written, and Ben Burnley's vocals in it are pretty space themey in a way. Like, it echoes through the track in a way, but it sounds really good. And, like, sonically, this track sounds great. So, this is a 5 out of 5. Close to Heaven is a definite favorite, is one of my personal favorite tracks. I love lyrics, pain, come alive, I try to breathe, shade my eyes, follow the damned, I have lost the way again. So, very dark lyrics, but it basically describes how he's descending into hell, and he's trying to fight his way out and reach close to heaven. That's kind of what the song is basically describing itself as, from what I've gathered. But not to be not to overanalyze it a bit, but that's just what I'm feeling that the track is describing, is saying to me personally how I'm viewing it in a way. So pretty much 5 out of 5 for Close to Heaven. Great track. Definitely recommend this song. Bury Me Alive is a pretty strong track, but this one was pretty good in its own way. Not one of my favorites, but still a strong one, so 4.75 out of 5. I didn't hate how Ben Burnley was singing the track. It still has good screaming vocals, but it's just, it feels a little, in a way. It's not terrible, but it's probably a pretty good song, but a slight least favorite to reduce the record's rating a little bit. So 4.75 out of 5. Never Again is a pretty good song in its own way, but it kind of carries on a little while, and it's not one of my personal favorites, but I do like the music video. I'll give it that. The music video is pretty interesting and pretty cool for what it goes for. So, how Ben Burnley's singing the track sounds really good. It's almost like it almost sounds like Diary of Jane in a way with the melody, but I know it's not trying to be. But it's interesting for what it goes for, so 5 out of 5, or 4.75 out of 5. Give me a second, I gotta pause the video, guys. Sorry about that, guys. My mom needed my assistance for a few minutes, so I was a little busy for a few minutes, but Never Again's getting a 4.75 out of 5 to finish what I was saying. The Great Divide, great track. Really like this song. I think Ben Burnley's vocals sound really amazing in this song, and just the overall execution of this track. It's well performed, well written, and a very amazing song, and it feels very like you could vibe with this, but also feels like you're venturing through nature in a way, like the landscape or whatever, or the Great Divide is what it calls itself. So pretty much, it's a great song, and I love this track. So 5 out of 5. Ashes of Eden is another amazing song. Really nice melody, nice lyrics, very positive and all that. So it's really beautifully written song. So I really like this track. So 5 out of 5. Defeated is the last track for a regular song, but it sounds amazing. So this is a definite banger too, for what it goes for. It's another great classic Breaking Benjamin track that I do like, so 5 out of 5. And finally, the closing track, Dawn, closes the record out with just nice harmonizing kind of things. But it sounds really nice with how they're harmonizing and singing it. All the bandmates or whoever's singing with Ben Burnley, but it sounds really nice. So, good closing track to end the record for a outro track. So 5 out of 5. Overall production, mixing, and execution wise, I found myself really enjoying this Breaking Benjamin Dark Before Dawn record. Personally, I think it's a very amazing record. Sounds very fresh. Kind of, I wouldn't say a return to form. It's kind of a welcome back Breaking Benjamin kind of record to the land of rock or whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying things out of my ass, but still, from what I've experienced and listened to with this record, I was very entertained with this record. This album rocks for sure. So pretty much for a score for me, I'm giving Breaking Benjamin Dark Before Dawn a 9.5 out of 10. Very amazing record. It rocks for sure. It's as good as Dear Agony, which Dear Agony is a very emotional, well-written record that I did re-review, but it is well written of a record. And it's very emotional, too, with certain songs that put tears through your eyes, that puts a tear in your eye, and it really speaks to you, that whole record. But still, this record was kind of a welcome back Breaking Benjamin to rock music and all that, so I was very impressed with this record. It was a great 2015 record, which this album is going to be 10 years old next year on June 23rd. So, yeah, its 10th anniversary is coming up pretty soon. But overall, great record. So 9.5 out of 10 for Breaking Benjamin Dark Before Dawn. I should have the Ember one coming out later this year. So definitely tune in to that Tuesday album review to come. And with that being said, thank you for watching this Tuesday album review tonight. Have a good night.